Welcome back to Restore Thrive. We're talking today about how to improve your hip internal rotation. Now, internal rotation means my thigh is rotating my hip in. It's rotating into the socket. Now, this is very important, like we talked about before, when your legs getting behind your body, being able to rotate inwardly or into internal rotation allows you to get to that end range of full hip extension there. One of the other things we see is if you're a rotational athlete, say you're a baseball hitter or pitcher or somebody who creates a lot of rotation or has to change into multiple directions, that ability to turn into that side relies on internal rotation ability through the hip. So if you've had any sort of pinching across the front or the inside of your hip or groin in this kind of C pattern through the front of the hip, you could be getting a little bit of hip impingement. Now, one of the things that's easy to do to start to clear some space in that hip and take that pinch out of the front of the hip is what we're going to show you today. This is what we call long axis traction, and we're going to bias that internal rotation position. So the way we do this is we're going to put our foot in the band. The band's going to go around the back of my ankle, and then I'm going to cross it over the front of my ankle, poke the front of my foot through. Now I've got a lock around my ankle. I'm going to step back until I put some big stretch in that band, and then I'm going to lay back. But from here, instead of just laying on my back, I'm going to bring my left side over and try to keep my leg up. So what I'm doing now is I'm bringing my pelvis over my leg and putting my leg by default into that internally rotated position. So I can simply let my foot relax and let the band distract me out here. I can add a little bit of contraction, so I can pull the foot up, squeeze my quad, hold for 5 seconds, and then relax. I can even play with a little bit of rotation back and forth, where I'm trying to get not just my foot turning, but my knee and my thigh starting to rotate up or into that internally rotated position as I've got that traction on the hip. This is another mobilization. This should be pain-free. You shouldn't feel any tension in the front of your hip. It shouldn't be referring pain down your leg or up into your back. And we'll spend usually 1 to 2 minutes in this position, and then we'll recheck how it feels when we get up. If we rotate into that hip, should feel a little freer getting into that position. So give this one a try at home, guys. Let us know what you think. If you have any more questions, you can leave a comment below or find us at restorethrive.com.